Well, sneak attack. I don't think they had much more hit points than that. Oh no.
Forwards!
A solid plan.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
We shall overcome.
Critical hit of 2. Fuck yeah.
Help! Now! My mission has ended in
not
failure.
hold back.
A solid plan.
We won't falter.
Can it be the end?
Strike as one.
Attack!
Attack.
Aim carefully.
We shall overcome.
Forwards!
Attack!
Do not hold back. Our path leads on.
Oh my god, there's a fucking spider swarm up there.
They think us easy prey.
Aim carefully.
Strike as one.
Oh, got you!
Forwards.
Strike with all your might. Attack.
A solid plan.
You're going down!
God, I don't know. Owlcat Games cannot make a DLC that is not just utter and total garbage. I don't know what it is about them. But like, they're always like, hey, the main game is nice and balanced. Let's make a DLC and give you like 4 level 1 characters and throw you in a dungeon with like level 10 monsters. And give you
Escaping
no
from
weapons. Fucking hey, guys. Why do you guys suck at this?
Please, focus. I've survived worse.
It was like this in Kingmaker too. Their DLCs were just horribly imbalanced.
Attack!
And then they're always like, well, yeah, but you're supposed to have skill from the main game. And I'm like, you can't outskill like 4 level 1s versus a level 10. There's no outskilling.
A solid plan.
You're just gonna miss 90% of your shots. That's just how it's gonna work.
We can do it!
Can it be the end? Aim carefully.
I don't think my wizard has hit a single hit. Not one. A single health potion. What is a single health potion gonna do for me?
This fight won't be my last.
Attack!
Hold on. Just a little more. Forwards!
I'm out of sight.
Stand with me.
Fuck.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
A second gelatinous cube.
Go.
Aparane sentence.
Oh, got you!
And that's going to be an ooze back here. This door, that's going to be an ooze. Because I've never seen those doors before in my life.
We won't falter!
Aim carefully.
We shall overcome!
Can it be the end?
It's you or me.
Do not hold back. Forgive me for this failure.
Now they can't do anything because they're nauseated.
Forwards.
Thank you. Alright, move another 5 feet.
Forwards!
A solid plan.
Well, don't do that. I'd burn my dudes.
Learn from my mistake.
Why do you have your dagger? Why do you have your bow out and then ran forward with your dagger?
Learn from my mistake.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle. My mission has ended in failure. My mission has ended in failure.
Be careful, everyone.
I thought I'd already killed him.
Forwards!
Attack!
I'll got you!
I'm out of sight.
Godspeed.
You're going down!
Do not hold back.
Yeah!
Attack!
Aim carefully.
Alright. So we know a gelatinous cube's coming up.
That is quite a discovery.
Why are you looking at her? Look at her. To get her a real weapon. I think we should steer clear of the water. To do.
Help! Now!
This needs tools. Like all good tools, they're only usable once.
Godspeed. Let us press on. We march ahead.
We will be victorious!
Do not hold back.
You're not a threat, you're an obstacle.
Operane sentes.
Adi, T, go.
Can it be the end? My mission has ended in failure.
Attack!
Adi, T, go.
Strike as one. Hold on. Just a little more.
Magritium Turinos.
Aim carefully.
Attack!
Forwards.
We shall overcome.
Alright, we're gonna save here. gonna try to make it past this door without triggering it. Outside. Okay. So we can all level. Jesus. Need a bonus feat. Shield focus. Need to work on getting him a shield. See you later, Mom. Thanks for stopping by and saying hey. I guess I could go with short sword since I just got a short sword, right? That probably makes sense. Yeah, that's better. What's this look like? Crap. Don't do that. Okay, let's save there. Okay. Alright, 43 incoming. Get a light shield for this guy. We need armor. Hey, Baka. I have 53 to deal with armor. Yeah, we'll give it to him. And we'll give it to me, so I have slightly higher AC. Okay. Alright. Back over here. Down the element. Excuse me.
Our path leads on.
Oh, wait. Hitting the wrong button. Let's actually do a real save here. Having left the enraged cultists behind, the daring group of escapees plundered deeper and deeper into the sewage canals of Canavers. Passages as vile and as twisted as the plans of any demons. The cultists yelling faded, giving way to a deep growling coming from somewhere in the fetid darkness. Some unknown predator was prowling around, never approaching but constantly dogging the group's steps. The winding tunnel came to a fork. The main route was blocked by a vast cesspool, a whole underground lake of filth. Untold dangers could be lurking in the darkness of the older and narrower that branch off in all directions from the lake. The path onward was unclear. What was the greater good, haste or delay? Which way should they go? What should they do? After a brief discussion, the escapees decided to... Let's flee into the old tunnels without delay. With no precise route, the escapees spent many hours wandering in the dark tunnels, their strength waning before they felt dry land under their feet. The escapees were but a step away from leaving the fetid sewers. The creature that had been prowling in the darkness finally attempted a desperate attack. It emerged with disgusting sloshing sounds and lunged at the group. After a short but hard-fought battle, the monster opted to flee, leaving its victims covered in horrible burns that slowly turned their skin to a sickly gray. The damp sewers gave way to dry and narrow caves. The escapees had no idea that the maze under Canavers was so vast and deep and horrible. Exhausted, they sat down on the rocks, fighting off hunger and fear. The escapees discussed their situation and decided to search for food. Foraging. was entrusted to Freda. Though far from thrilled at the prospect, Freda nevertheless set out to look for food. She returned shortly afterward with her face covered in swollen bite marks. Freda had unknowingly climbed into a hole where a swarm of venomous insects lived and nearly became their dinner. The escapees discussed their situation and decided to continue their journey. Belton and Rickarth wasted no time and scouted a safe tunnel that led to the surface. The escapees continued on their way. Rickarth led the group through a narrow crawlway that looked like it may have been appeared recently. It may have been caused by the earthquake unleashed by the wicked scythe of Locust Lord Discari. Having crawled out of the caves, the escapees found themselves in a narrow tunnel paved with stone slabs. There were alcoves all over the walls, with names etched above each one. Catacombs were part of one of the burial sites where the Crusaders had been interred for many years. Deathly cold pierced the escapee's skin, and a ripping ghostly figure emerged from around the corner and, wailing, immediately went out of sight again. Each member of the group could sense a danger hanging in the air. They drew their weapons, ready to defend themselves. Search the graves for anything useful. It was sacrilegious but wholly necessary task was entrusted to Langret. He wandered among the tombs in low spirits for the whole hour, touching the gravestones at random and whispering sorrowful poems about the inevitability of death. At last he returned to his comrades and said, I just can't. They decided to press on bravely in hopes of seeing the sun again. The escapees continued onwards, and they were excited to see that the gloomy corridors were slowly getting brighter. The surface was near. A sudden howl from behind them knocked them off their feet. The enraged ghost, whose remains had been denied a proper burial, was chasing after the group. Its fierce crescendo seemed to drink the escapees' life energy. Having savored their suffering to the fullest, the ghost retreated, leaving the survivors shaken on the floor in painful convulsions. Dark spots appeared on their skin, and burning, a dark affliction settled into their lungs, parting gifts from the dead man. Something cracked under one of the escapees' feet. One of the slabs sank, triggering a trap designed to repel grave robbers. Dozens of sharp dots flew out of the inconspicuous holes in the walls, and the burial site was splattered with blood. But nothing could be done. Nothing could stop the escapees at this point. They could already see a spot of light beyond the metal bars of a door at the end of the tunnel. They rushed forward.
Be careful, everyone.
Forwards!
A solid plan.
We won't falter!
Attack!
What a to-do! We were scrambling this way with undead herring after us going, oh, and snap, snap, snap with their teeth. And then you all appear out of nowhere going, oh no, monsters, eek! But me, I never abandon a person in need. No way, no how. Saving people in need is what I'm good at. Stick with me, and we'll all make it out of this alive.
We're the ones who saved you, dolt. Take care with this one. A friendly idiot can be more dangerous than an enemy.
Hold on, I'm not... Yes, everything's in such turmoil right now you can't even trust me. I get it. I get it. In that case... I swear on my life, on the sublime Desna who bears the name of the Song of the Spheres, and on my magnificent boots, that I will protect you from the monsters and lead you to a safe place, wherever that may be.
Who are you?
Indeed, how silly of me. My manners are all over the place after fleeing from those things. Allow me to introduce myself. Sendramel Knuckles Kimberton Tourmaline. Just Sentry to my friends. And this is my pal Brody. Yep, he's a gravedigger here. Or something like that.
Pale, sweating, emaciated, wandering gaze, and... what's that? A bite mark on his neck? There's no doubt about it. This man's got ghoul fever. He's either an idiot who didn't realize he was sick, or he's a liar and he deliberately kept quiet about it. Either way, he needs to die. Now.
Have mercy, I beg you. I have a family, children. What fever? I don't feel sick at all.
One more word, and I'll slit your throat.
If he's sick, we need to help him, not stick with a dagger.
I'll stop when the dead rest, when the cultists are wiped out, and when the demons go back to the abyss. Until then, our survival is my top priority.
Whoa! There's no need for weapons and threats. Taking somebody's life like it's worth nothing, it's not right. I swear I didn't know that Brody was sick. I was kind of distracted by other things, you know. First we were chasing the snappers around the cemetery, and then they were chasing us, but on the bright side, I know how to help him. There's a crypt in the cemetery full of interesting knickknacks, including a scroll that's sure to cure Brody's fever. That's right. If we go and get it, we'll be saving an innocent man's life.
What crypt are you talking about?
How should I describe it? It's all stony and fancy. It's on the far side of the cemetery. There's a wizard interred in it, a scholar I greatly admire. He was a master of many things, and he was a collector of magical objects too. And the library he had, ooh, it was an ogre, miss. Get it? As big as an ogre? Except ogres are stupid and libraries are smart.
Oh, fantastic. Our heroic sorcerer is nothing but a common thief, and one with a lousy sense of humor to boot.
Hold your horns there, my morose young man. You're looking at everything in the worst possible light. If you like, I can give you a pink crystal to look at the world through. That'll put a smile on your face. I was only looking for one book. The esteemed wizard took it to his grave. Literally. The thought of stealing never even crossed my mind. I left everything exactly where it was. The potions, the scrolls, the jewels, everything. I read, I learned some useful information, and I left. That's it.
You were in a tomb full of magical objects and scrolls, and you didn't take a thing? How have you survived this long?
Yeah, you crept into the graveyard for the sake of a book?
When I went down into the crypt, there was no sign of any snappers. I found the book I was after, I read it, and it was so fascinating that I picked up another to read, and another. And then something made an almighty bang! The wizard himself had risen from his tomb! Well, wasn't I just shaking in my boots with my heart in my throat? But I very politely cast a spell on him, and he went down like a lamb. That's when I realized there was something weird going on outside. I decided to sit tight. There were plenty of books, so I wouldn't lack for something to do. Then later on, I heard shouting and I ran to the rescue. There you have it.
Canabris is under attack. Demons, dark creatures, cultists, marauders. The city is overrun. You're lucky you were away from the thick of things. An annoying little twerp like you would have been snuffed out in no time.
Oh, that does explain a lot. All the more reason to save as many people as we can.
Can you tell me how your friend got sick?
I have no idea, to be honest. We only became friends after I saved him from the snappers not long ago. You're better off asking him.
Sir, I'll tell you everything, but please, have mercy. I was just an ordinary gravedigger doing my job, when suddenly somebody attacked me from behind and beat me, right here. I thought I was as good as dead. I panicked and spun around and whacked this thing with my shovel. And I saw it was a ghoul. It was laid out on the ground, twitching. I gave it a couple of wallops for good measure. And I felt fine, that's the honest truth. Except I haven't been able to eat a crumb of food since. I thought it was all those corpses of the damned rising from their graves. They stink to high heaven, I'm sure you've noticed it yourself. So I didn't know I was sick until your friend said it. I swear I didn't know.
What's this scroll you're talking about?
A scroll that can cure almost any affliction. They're very rare, and therefore extremely valuable. I'm no thief, but since it's for a good cause, I think we can borrow it from our dear departed wizard.
Are you wounded? What happened to your eye?
My eye? What eye? Oh, this eye! Oh, my friend, that is a long story. The telling really demands a whole barrel of ale, but fair enough, I'll tell you anyway. My adventuring once led me to the frozen lands of Irisen. Back then, I was on a quest for the Ice Flower, a rare crystal that I hoped to add to my collection, and out of the blue, I was set upon by 3 frostworms, if you'll believe it. I dispatched 2 of them, but the third knocked me over a cliff edge. Down and down I went, and then a branch on the cliff face pierced my eye, and that's how I survived. A small price to pay, eh? So don't worry about me. As they say, what the eye cannot see, the heart cannot miss.
Concocting a tale like that would be easy for a gnome, but Sendri seems relatively sincere, and yet you remain convinced that parts of the story were embellished.
Irison, frostworms, a conveniently placed branch. Listening to his jabbering is hurting my ears. Make him stop, will you? A good kick should do it.
Alright, I'll help get the scroll and help the gravedigger.
Really? You'll do it? Oh, praise the gods! Believe me, sir, I'll find a way to repay you, and I'll help however I can.
I knew you'd come to the right decision. Let's go. Time to get out of this graveyard. And remember, the crypt containing the scroll is all the way over yonder by the gate.
Pardon me for butting in, but you may recall that I also need to get into a crypt here. The one with a rose on it? You know what? Forget it. I'm not setting a foot in there. I'm not ending up in the belly of an undead. Vow or no. I should just stay here where it's safe. Alive and...
Enough chatting. Let's go already.
Diseases. Who's diseased? Filth fever. Alright, let's look at this guy. He has a crossbow, and he brought absolutely nothing else with him. There's no getting through. Perhaps the rubble can be cleared from the other side.
Let us press on.
I don't know where Brody is. That's Bemir. There he is.
Okay. We march ahead.
We can't just sit here doing nothing.
I serve the
I
Crusades,
shall not fail.
strange as it sounds.
Attack!
Defeat is not an option.
That is a lot of zombies.
Yes.
Put a bunch of grease there.
I didn't break anything, did I? I didn't break anything, did I? I didn't break anything, did I?
I thought I could set the grease on fire. I guess I can't.
Aim carefully.
This spell eludes me.
Do not hold back.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong one.
Strike as one.
It's you or me.
Strike with all your might!
Forwards.
Oh, got you!
We can do it!
I'll stop you!
A solid plan.
Aim carefully.
Attack!
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
Hands off, my friends!
Attack!
Forwards!
Forward!
No holding back!
Aim carefully.
Oh, fell down.
You're going down!
That one's dead.
Forwards.
It's you or me!
We won't falter!
I'll stop you!
A solid plan. I'm out of sight.
Rope. Always good to have rope on hand, I guess.
Our path leads on.
Gelatinous monument.
Watch each other.
We shall overcome!
Attack!
Away, you brigand!
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
A solid plan.
Strike with all your might!
Do not hold back.
Why did you do that?
I've got you!
Who's fighting? She is. Okay.
We can do it!
Strike as one.
Hands off, my friends!
Can't just leave that person in danger. The temple is old and the doors are going to crack and collapse. We must rescue her. I'd say I'm not getting paid to rescue every person who crosses my path. Fortunately for you, we can't avoid that fight either way. Did you see a path that would take us past the temple and the throng of cadavers shuffling in front of it? Because I don't. Oh well, this is just wonderful. It means we'll be able to help that person in and advance our cause at the same time. Everyone is happy. No difficult moral dilemmas. If only things were always this simple, I swear on my cufflinks. Oh yeah, if only. It's my dearest wish not to be able to take a step without running into yet another bunch of idiots that urgently need rescuing from a throng of disgusting monsters hungering for my flesh. What's the point of our mission if it doesn't help the people around us? You sound just like Irbeth. I think you're going to like her. Just remember that she and her paladins are in mortal danger. By wasting our time helping some old biddy, we're risking their lives as much as our own. We're not merchants who treat lives like goods to be weighed against each other. We will save everyone. We must do it, and that means we will, am I right?
Using clever tactics now.
I'm tempted to just like crank the difficulty down to like 0.
I will guide us.
Look at all this crap. There's just so much stuff. Ugh. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there for tonight, everybody.